What has made RHP meaningful for you?
I've just come off a call with a client who started working with me about 3 months ago, and I'm just so full of joy at how I was able to support her and getting her feedback as to how she's felt supported. And she said to me, I love our calls because I love that you get me to cry every time, and I love it when I cry. I just get so much healing from it. Yeah. So I'm sitting in the bubble of the doing it today, and it just is so rewarding and so heartwarming to be able to support somebody with something that's so delicate that they haven't touched, and that they feel so safe and trusting to be able to bring big things, and that they're able to work through them, and the joy that she shares every time of the impact that it has in her life, and how she's going out and sharing it with other people.
I liked how Paulina was talking about the work with clients, and I had been doing that. Now I'm not doing that as much, and that's okay. I find that the practice has really just helped me in my everyday. It's mind-boggling, the self-resonance practice for me, how long it's been taking to actually integrate, but that's okay. It's just where my starting point was, and I can see the change in myself. And in fact, that's what somebody said yesterday during the course. Maybe it was Sarah herself, but that it's just this change that you'll see in yourself over time, in your warmth for yourself and for others. And it's even changed how I write my business email signatures. I write warmly, Jane. You know, that really means a lot to me. I didn't have access to anything like that before. So it's just this embodiment and change in yourself. That's my take on it right now.
I would repeat the gentleness. That's what you, Jane, mentioned, because what I felt for myself, and that's also what I heard from my friend with whom I worked several times. This gentleness, to ourselves. It's so sweet and brings some easiness and lightness and space for different things that will arise.
It's hard to put into words the magic that happens. And just the slow transformation of the inner critic to maybe kind of turn down the volume. And even if you can't always, doesn't always feel like you can control your first thought, you know, you can kind of learn to, oh, of course you feel that way, and you can learn to have warmth for yourself, and that's magic.
The capacity for internal warmth is a life-changing experience. It's a process, and I very much appreciated the steps and the regularity and the feeling of being grounded in a group and a feeling of belonging that was building up along the way, and the practice of discovering the internal warmth really step by step, allowing, like, dissolving barriers really slowly, just understanding how far you can go. And that was really very, very helpful. And I believe that my clients do appreciate and do see the difference. I have just done a process like a half an hour ago, and a person who has seen me a year ago said she was crying looking at the change. I didn't realize any change, but she said she remembered me a year ago, and she was just crying. So I was like, oh, wow. Although the program and the name for the program is the Resonant Healing Practitioner. And at the beginning, I thought, yeah, that would be focused on being a practitioner. So the skills for the client would be like at the that most important like focus on us. But in fact, that like those skills like were somewhere being gained in the meantime, but the focus was on us. So each individual participating was so much important. And I can speak obviously for myself, but also I saw the transformations for so many people. And it was very transformational for me. And that experience of mattering, of being important, of taking care of myself was so precious that that practitioner program, that's really just some extra added, some bonus, which was supposed to be originally the main point for signing up for that, which I appreciate so much, and I do see it as really a good grounds for further journey for the participants, for myself as well. And I do see lots of value, lots of wealth in that self connection value of the program.
For me, the experience of just making sense is that at every it's just this whole ease with which the neuroscience was introduced also. For me, not being an academic person, it's been something of that's the warmth with which Sarah introduced the topics and the whole the whole setup that Pernilla and Asha and Sarah did with the whole time, the practice sessions and the practice groups, and just it was just such a warm experience of it's just okay to ask any question, or it's just okay to come however you are, and there was not at any point that I felt that oh, will this not be okay to say, or that warm welcome just kind of emerged for me as just being able to even speak in groups confidently. That's one thing I could say, and yeah, just the experience of being able to be warm with myself and being in my body, that it's not just the self-warmth is not just words, it's just connecting to my body and connecting and just absolutely okay that I'm not with words, that my whole being is with all its expressions. So that it just made complete sense for me that this is it's absolutely, my brain is absolutely okay. Yeah.
So I've been a professional coach for 8 years, and Asha and I have organized trainings with Sarah since 2015. I've had 50 training days or so with her. So when we asked her to do a certification training, I thought it was because I already knew it all, but I wanted the certificate because that would be cool, and we thought it would be a good thing to attract people with. And how I've been surprised about my own shortcomings. I've been so I've been convinced about my own size. I've learned a lot, and this has been a journey for me to really deepen the work where I had barely scratched the surface before. And I have been applying this in my client work for several years already, but wow, how has it deepened? It has deepened a lot since I did this. And I'm so lucky that I'm part of the organizing team, so I will continue the deepening, the learning.